This program is brought to you by the following proud sponsors. The Alltech Media Group, the region's leading multimedia video production and marketing company, creating powerful and innovative marketing strategies that deliver exponential returns. And by California CEO Online Video Business Magazine, providing California's executives and regional leaders with economic development resources and regional branding solutions. And by StudioCast Pros, taking your web branding strategies to a new level by creating world-class online programs proven to engage audiences and enhance profits.
And welcome back to 1 Million Cups Riverside. We have another exciting presentation today. This is a social media platform that is completely different from anything you've seen before, and I think you're going to get a real kick out of it. We've got Mike Purcell from ShoutTag here today, and I'm going to let him tell you what his company's all about.
Thanks so much, Jay. Good morning, everybody. My name is Mike Purcell, and I'm a co-founder of ShoutTag. You have a great message, but how do you reach as many people as possible and elicit a greater response? Current advertising methods have created a fog where great messages are lost at sea. We're going to introduce you to the lighthouse for your message. Our service cuts through this fog. Introducing the fog, not comprised of water vapor, but comprised of ineffective calls to action. Scanning non-contextual codes with non-standardized scanners, subjecting yourself to spam, clicking non-contextual links, difficult to remember URLs. Now I'd like to introduce you to the lighthouse, a ShoutTag, the most effective call to action to date. We found a gap between transitory social media and high barrier to entry websites. Companies don't need a website to share a message. Social media is transitory and uncontrolled. Take Facebook and Twitter. After just 5 minutes, messages are quickly lost within noisy feeds. The solution. This is an example of a nonprofit organization who wanted to create and quickly share their message without the hassle of establishing a website. Their ShoutTag, Angel Up, is now a call to action for consumers to access their message. Anyone who enters Angel Up via shouttag.com or our app can easily consume and share the message with others. No login required. As you can see, a ShoutTag is contextual and easy to remember and provides the lowest barrier to entry for sharing messages possible. We've taken the best of current message sharing practices and combined them into a ShoutTag. A ShoutTag has the stability of a website, portability of a hashtag, functionality of a short URL, all while maintaining your brand. Portability. A ShoutTag is a call to action which unifies a message across any advertising media. A ShoutTag is device agnostic and will always provide a consistent user experience. At the key benefits, ability to consume messages anonymously, no account creation required, putting users back in control of their privacy. Provide consistent, mobile-friendly user experience. A lot of smaller companies cannot afford the technical resources to mobilify their website. Provide more information to potential leads. Advertisers will get more qualified leads with less cold calling for basic information. Updating the message is easy and does not require technical skill sets. We provide an easy-to-use WYSIWYG text editor. Once users get used to ShoutTag, they need only check one location for the latest news. For example, information on Ebola can be updated with the latest news and information, all while providing consumers an easy-to-remember entry point to consume the information. ShoutTag is green by design. Advertisers can provide information such as real estate listing specs, menu items, or product attributes without having to waste paper or printing materials. ShoutTag filed a full utility patent and is patent pending. We can provide hyperlocal platforms. For example, zoo tags and museum tags will enhance patron experience by easily providing exhibit information. Pet tags can be used to increase safety of lost animals. Meta tags can supply life-saving medical information via existing medical jewelry. Students and parents can easily access school tags for homework assignments and upcoming test information. Revenue. Revenue is performance-based. For example, a Fortune 500 company could pay $1,299 for the month of December, but a mom-and-pop startup down the street may only be charged $1.99 for the same month. Imagine this monthly billing model across millions of users. The website's been live since April 2014. Our app is available on Google Play and iTunes. All the ShoutTags you see during this presentation are currently live. High availability and scalability are built in, and we are ready to grow. Our roadmap. We're excited about this roadmap for these new features. For example, we're going to incorporate geofencing, which will make users aware of ShoutTags nearby. Clients will have the capability to implement time-based messages. For example, a restaurant can offer breakfast, lunch, and dinner menus within the same shout tag. We're going to provide value-add services such as advanced analytics so clients will know how effective their messaging is. We'll be establishing relationships with local zoos and museums for hyperlocal platform deployments. And we will also be working on a subscribe feature where users can subscribe to a specific shout tag. Anytime the owner of the shout tag updates the message, the subscribers get a notification about the message. This feature will remove the need for bugging users for their email addresses and paying money to third-party email companies to inform users of special promotions. These are just some of the clients that we're working with. Within our limited spheres of influence, we've attracted clients from the East Coast and internationally. Since launch, we've had over 40,000 site visits with thousands of shout tag views and hundreds of shout tag registrations. These are just a few clients we're working with. We're on the ground floor of what will be the next disruptive advertising technology. We see a tremendous amount of upside within a relatively short timeline in one of the hottest and fastest growing market segments. All these shout tags are currently viewable, are live and currently viewable, including the one on my shirt. And that's basically it.
Great. Thanks, Mike.
You bet.
Well, let's talk about what a shout tag is and how it works, because you gave us a lot of information. It was like feeding me with a fire hose. I got so much information, I'm like, what the heck is it and how does it work? So could you explain the process real quick?
Basically, as you see on my shirt, there's a shout tag. It's essentially a billboard that anybody can get. So if you see a shout tag out on a billboard, somebody's shirt, a business card, you hear it over the radio, you could go to our app and it's basically just a search bar. And you put the shout tag that you've heard or you've seen, you put it in there and you get the message that they want to share with you.
And so they get what is essentially like a landing page or a web page, just a page, and then they can get more information off of that, and it's anonymous. They, like with Twitter, if I want to go check Twitter, I've got to log in as a Twitter user. And with shout tag, there's no logging in, there's no registration, it's completely anonymous.
Only for the consumers. If you want to share a message, you have to create an account so we can associate it to you, and that way nobody usurps your message. So like hashtags, the popular ones, can be co-opted. So if somebody co-ops a popular hashtag, they can use that to sell their products and services. But for you, you create your message, nobody can take that from you.
Okay, so you could have shout tag Riverside.io.
Absolutely.
Or shout tag Alltech Media. And then if somebody enters that into their shout tag app or on the shouttag.com website, they would go to the page that they design, and then they could always update it and change it. So if I had a restaurant like Jay's Place and I changed my menu every day or put up specials, I could actually do that every single day, and people could, once they're used to it, could just go to shout tag, type in Jay's Place, and they'd see all the updates?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's exactly how it works.
Any questions from our audience?
I've got a question. As far as the different shout tags, so if I pick one that's, let's say I picked the one that you have in your shirt, and then you came and wanted the same one so at some later time, how is that resolved? I mean, is it just first come, first serve? You can't have it as long as I have it, or once I get it, can I reserve it like indefinitely? It's
the one kind of organic benefit that's come out of this is the ability to, we frown upon cyber squatting. We think the cyber squatting reduces innovation. People kind of have to circumvent, somebody sitting on a domain because they want to get paid. You should get paid on your skill sets, not because you got lucky, you got an easy domain. So typically what will happen is right now it's essentially a land grab. You can get if you want that shout tag, you can get it. But if somebody comes along and has the copyright material, like you can't register Pepsi, right? So if you do register Pepsi, you get it, then you start branding your stuff with Pepsi, shout tag Pepsi. Then what will happen is Pepsi comes in and says, hey, this is ours, we want it. We give it to them, and now you're helping promote their shout tag. But we try to be very careful about that. We haven't gotten to the legalese so much about that, but for now, it's basically if you could prove that you copyright that, otherwise it's a land grab. Plus usability, like if you're sitting on something for 6 months and you haven't used it, we'll pull it. Because we want somebody who will use it to use it.
Hopefully that becomes a problem, right? That means people are using it and it's popular.
Yeah, so, and mine was similar to that. So even if the person is paying for it, you would pull it even though they're paying for it. That's what you're saying.
If the copyrights come down, you know, we kind of see where the chips fall where they may, and if they fall on the side of the company that's protesting it, then it goes to them. It's happened several times now with domains now, right? So it's essentially the same thing. We try our best to moderate it. Like obviously we're not going to let people register Pepsi because, you know, it's widely known. But if there's a company that registers it and then it gets contested, then we'll just evaluate it on a case-by-case basis.
You're getting in the middle of that legal stuff that could be kind of dicey. The other question I had is similar to that is how do you protect against fake hashtag registrations that are, say, Jay's Place, but then when kids click on it, it takes them to a porn site?
Ooh. Yeah, we have actually community moderation. So on the app right now, if you go to a shout tag, there's a flag button and you can flag it, and then we get notified if people are saying, hey, this is information that shouldn't be on here. And if that happens, we shut down the account. Obviously, we try to fight letting them register another account, but we're pretty attuned to the account registrations as they come in and the shout tag registrations. We're a small startup. We're bootstrapping right now, so there's only 2 of us. But as we grow, we're going to build a team dedicated to ensuring that it's a high quality messaging system. We don't want that kind of stuff, and we won't. You know, the only thing that I was actually thinking of is like I saw the shirt F cancer. You know what I mean? And cancer is not good for anybody. But when I saw that, I saw the effect of it, and I saw, okay, maybe something like that. You know, that'd be okay. But what you're talking about with the, you know, going to porn sites and stuff, that's absolutely frowned upon and will not be tolerated. But I think any company would say that too.
And protect against that.
So you're a new company, and it's fantastic that you have, you know, your app is in the App Store and it's working. I was able to download it and I'm trying it out.
Good.
It's really cool.
Cool.
How are you getting the word out to, you know, just the everyday users right now? Like, how are you marketing to the general public?
Jay's been a huge proponent of ours. He's really been helping us. We've been working with him for about probably 14 months now. He's helped cultivate us. He's really got us into kind of these local, what you were starting with the Riverside IO. He kind of got us into these ground up operations. So basically right now we're just doing things like this. And then we're going to start going into more kind of advertising campaigns once we get, you know, start getting funded or something like that. Then we're going to get more. But I'm kind of hoping it's more organic, like what you were talking about. I want people to see the value out of this, going, oh, I don't have to have a website, you know. And the other cool thing, there's other ancillary benefits to this, is like the .net, .org, .com, .us, .whatever. That kind of all falls away because there's no more extensions. You know, you just have a shout tag, that's it. So now a mom and pop company that couldn't register the .com is kind of on the same par with somebody else who has a similar shout tag. You know what I mean? It kind of levels the playing field for everybody.
And when I first met with Mike and his brother Russ, and we started going through this, I saw this chicken and egg thing. Like, how many people are going to want to pay if there's nobody using it? But how do you get the people using it if there's no shout tags? And that's something that they've worked through very well. And I think with the groundwork that they've set so far, we had a Tech Coast Angels pitch competition recently, and 9 companies presented. And out of those 9 companies, the Angels were most interested in this company. And I think that's because they saw the big picture where this could be, and they asked the same question. They said, well, how are people going to learn about this? And I said, it's very simple. As soon as TechCrunch or Mashable, as soon as one of these bloggers finds out what these guys are doing and they tell the world, it's over. That's how quick these things can happen. So that's my opinion. Mike, I appreciate your coming on 1 Million Cups, and I want to know, what can our community do for you?
Basically right now we're offering a Free for Life campaign. So if you register a shout tag in order to build the user base and kind of get away from this chicken and egg problem that we're having, if you create a shout tag and show your support for a shout tag, you will get it free for life. So even as we go into a billing model later on down the road, because the one thing that's going to set us apart from the other messaging services or social media apps is the fact that we're not going to have banner ads. We're not going to inject your feeds with spam advertisements in order to try to make money off of something, like try to monetize these huge user bases. We're coming out of the gate, we're telling you exactly how we're going to make our money. We're going to make our money because somebody wants to share a message, and it'll be performance based, just like I had mentioned. You know, you can pay $1.99 a month, but if you're super successful, you might pay $1,500 for the month. But basically right now, the community could really get behind this by registering shout tags. That to us is every shout tag registered is essentially money in the bank, because we can go to investors and say, hey, look, we got 10,000 shout tag registrations.
There you have it, Million Cuppers. And thank you so much, Mike.
Thanks, Jay. I really appreciate it.
Yep.
This program was brought to you by the following proud sponsors: the Alltech Media Group, the region's leading multimedia video production and marketing company, creating powerful and innovative marketing strategies that deliver exponential returns. And by California CEO Online Video Business Magazine, providing California's executives and regional leaders with economic development resources and regional branding solutions. And by StudioCast Pros, taking your web branding strategies to a new level by creating world-class online programs proven to engage audiences and enhance profits.